You here live. Oh, okay. We are going to be going into some entity removal, some energy clearing, all that fun stuff today. So you may want to just make sure you're somewhere where like you won't really be disturbed, ideally. Um, maybe there's some things that you feel you want to do around like kind of just cleansing and connecting to your energetic space. I invite you to just do that. I'm a little bit like behind a minute because I'm like, okay, I feel like the LBRP wants to just come through and cleanse energy, my field, and kind of just creating that space for you all as well. I'm going to burn some sage here. Let me know in the comments what's been showing up for you in the last, maybe last 24 hours or so. Oh, okay. Well, I guess the matchstick just decided to break to 3. But yeah, let me know what's been showing up for you. Any physical symptoms? Anything kind of out of the ordinary, would you say? Because this is sort of how entities work. They can be sometimes playful, sometimes difficult, sometimes really mischievous. And we're here to just recognize whatever those might be, because this isn't about carrying something dark that is holding you back. This is actually about you tapping into your sovereignty and your power and allowing those, whatever they are, entities, beings, to also reclaim their power in their own sovereign self. So just offering up whatever might be heavy. If you want to cleanse yourself with the sage here, we're going to just call to those entities. So like, this is not for the faint of heart, this work. If you are someone who's sensitive to energy, if you probably already know, like, oh my gosh, these things show up and I don't really have much choice or whatever, it's because you are, a healer of those energies. You are meant to perceive them and to support with the evolution of them. And so it can be heavy work, but it's such beautiful, powerful work. And in the end, I would like to say, like, you will feel lighter, whether it's today after this time together or in like a week's time. Like there are things that want to shift. Okay. For me, the last like maybe 72 hours, my eyes have just been like discharging liquid. So whatever, and like itchy and like, oh, I keep having to say, okay, no, whatever entities are not there yet or like wanting to show up, it's not time. But now is the time. It's 1:05 on July 10th. We have opened this doorway. So we're just going to call for a gentle flow of whatever those energies are that want to come through, that want to be cleared, that want to contribute, that want us to receive from them messages, money, guidance, whatever it might be. Just opening that, and what healing wants to take part for you or for those entities, the collective today. I literally could just hear like echo, which is interesting. It's like we've opened up this whole like, wah. So to start us off, let's root down, just recognizing your feet on the floor. Yeah, really letting your roots of your soul, the soles of your feet, to grow down into the earth here. Okay. Golden Lily says, since yesterday, I've been extremely tired. It just came from nowhere around 3 p.m. Yeah, these entities, these beings can show up in all sorts of ways. Hi, Renetta Peterson. Fatima, hello, hope you are well. Thank you. Well, there'll be light language. Who knows? There could be. When I was washing dishes just before this, I was like, Mah. So there'll be healing energies, whatever that needs to be. You will find out. So those roots growing from your feet, linking you deep to the earth, anchoring you to the support, okay? Support of this world, the support of something greater than you, but it's still a part of you. And trusting that as we go through this process, whatever the heck this wants to be, because I just really don't even know. I was just like told, do it. we're going to trust that you have this like connection to earth where you can, if something feels really like too much energetically, you're feeling nauseated or you're feeling something or thoughts are going, just like, you know, imagine energy, imagine whatever that is, just going into the earth and kind of being transmuted, okay, through the soil of the earth, through a crystal, if you're anchored to a crystal, or whatever it might be. You might be locked into the core of the earth, like lava, you know, that's kind of like transmuting the energy, and we'll just see what happens. Calling to those angels of the four directions, Archangel Raphael in the east, Archangel Gabriel in the west, calling to Archangel Michael in the south, and Archangel Uriel in the north. We just ask that you come through those four directions. And we ask the as above to come through all four directions and marry the so below. Creating this container, this space as we go through this. So I work a lot with Reiki energy. I've been trained in a few different modalities around entity removal, like whether it's shamanic, dark entity removal, or access consciousness, talk to the entities, and also compassionate depossession. So there's a few modalities I'm going to kind of draw upon here today as we go through, along with just intuitively what wants to show up. But if you're feeling and noticing things, all you need to do here is just breathe and trust that whatever might be present for you, whatever words might be spoken or sounds might be vibrated, that it's exactly what it needs to be. So starting in the heart space, just noticing that heart, noticing like the expansiveness of the heart that exists for you, or perhaps it's like a tightness, like closed, a walled, protected energy. You know, we're human, that happens. Just gonna breathe into your heart space now. Just trusting the flow of energy, even that gift of love that's coming up through the soles of your feet into your heart, filling your heart with this light energy. We're going to just ask whatever entities that are present in the heart space for you to just make themselves known. And that can show up in however way you perceive energy, right? You may just kind of get a sense. I just want you to ask, like, that part, that entity, entities, who are you? Who were you before that? Who were you before that? Who are you before that? Just breathing through whatever sensations, emotions want to come through. Who were you before that? Who were you before that? What would you like to be in the future? When you take all your magnetic imprinting, all your attachments, cords down, good, bad, right, wrong, pod, poc, all 100 shorts, boys, povads, creations, bases, and beyonds. Breathing in. Just following that energy wherever it's taking you to. Receiving whatever insights as we move now into the womb space, the pelvic bowl, into the belly. Maybe some of you feeling that like nauseated or like heavy sensation in belly. Just noticing it as we tune into that part. Calling those entities present here in this part of the body to make themselves known. I feel like there's a question here of needing something, you know, like perhaps there's something you've been needing that this entity has sort of been showing up in your life for. A lot of times with entities, we actually are the ones that invite them in because of a situation where maybe we didn't feel like we had our power. And so we invite them in and they contribute something. And it can be hard to even want to let them go. You might find yourself touching against like some restriction of like, oh my gosh, like who am I without this? Or what will I do without this energy? Right. But ultimately, here it's you recognizing your true potential, your power without anything else. Okay, this is all within you. Maybe as a child, you thought you had to because maybe you needed to because of the situation you found yourself in to have a sense of a next level of protection or security. But now you are, I assume, an adult. You are a grown human who's here for a reason. You're evolving. There's so much that is a potential for you. So you don't necessarily need any of these things anymore. So whatever this need is in that womb space, in that belly space, just tapping into that, being open to receive the insights from this entity, entities, energy, however you want to identify that. And breathing into that pelvic area, breathing into the belly. I'm just seeing like there's like a scanning of your like musculature here happening, a scanning of the different layers of the cells in your organs, your intestines. So we'll call to those Pleiadian energies, that blue light, to support with whatever is wanting to be kind of like sieved out here of this part of your body. And we're going to ask these entities, we're going to ask these questions. Truth, who are you? Truth, who were you before that? 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 Who were you before that? Who were you before that? And what would you like to be in the future? What contribution wants to be given in the future? Take all your magnetic imprinting, all your attachments now, good, bad, right, wrong, pod, poc, all 100 shorts, boys, povads, creations, bases, and beyonds. Thank you, Tiago. Fatima says 11 people, 144 characters left. Hi, Heather. Hello. We're going to see if we go through, or as we go through this, if like personal entity things need to happen. I'm kind of interpreting that might be something for a Zoom call for the community at some point where someone can actually be in like a hot seat sort of experience and communicate, because I think that's important during the process for me supporting as well. So this though is like a general sort of clearing to support you with whatever might be with you that's not yours, that wants to be let go so you can be in your sovereignty, and also it can be in its sovereignty. So just breathing whatever and noticing whatever is shifting or not shifting. It's okay. You know, you might be here being like, what the fuck is this? That's fine. Just trust if you are coming across this transmission, I want to say, then there's a reason for it. Maybe things have been showing up, weird situations in your house, lights going all weird, like, you know, water taps turning on, like all sorts of bizarre shit. Technology kind of, you know, sensations or in your body, like physically, like Golden Lily shared, just feeling extremely tired, you know, certain thoughts or emotions coming up. These are all entities. Like when you go through trainings around these concepts, you start to recognize that a lot of the things we feel or experience aren't really us. So this is like a cleansing of that. So we're going to move to the crown of the head, third eye space now. So maybe your attention's already been drawn up there. That's cool. Just following and noticing whatever might be there. I'm like kind of seeing like you as this like spiritual light being in a space that's like completely dark, almost like as if you were outside in the storm and it's just like so dark. It's like foggy. You can't really get a sense of any direction, up, down, or wherever. And above your head, this like vortex opening that's this connection to spirit, connection to your divinity. And there are like these like kind of swirling black figures over the head. Like, I don't know, maybe someone's actually picking up on that. But uh, it's like very like fantasy like that. And these beings, you know, ooh, truth, who are you? In truth, who were you before that? 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 Who would you like to be in the future? What would you like to be in the future? You take all your magnetic imprinting, go back from whence you came, go back from whence you came, go back from whence you came, never to return to these people, this body, this reality ever again. Good, bad, right, wrong, pod, poc, all 100 shorts, boys, povads, creations, bases, and beyonds. Just breathing, noticing whatever you're noticing, even if it's kind of like a light, sunlight kind of shining or light emanating now into where you are with this space. You know, they talk about spiritual warfare and like different schools of thought. There's a lot of this like us versus them mentality. I don't want to create a sense of that fear that there are beings out there that want to kill or destroy us. Like, I mean, yeah, there could be, but like you have so much power as a human. You know, entities themselves, like in a way, they have like a jealousy oftentimes towards us if they even know that they are without a body. Most entities don't even know that they have died, that they are without body or whatever they might be in a non tangible physical sense. They just exist. And so I say jealousy, but it's like there's something really potent that we hold as humans that these beings get to use, you know, get to experience. And so we don't have to think of ourselves as victims within this place, okay? Within a place of possession or entity attachment or whatever. Because when we do that, then we're just giving them more power, okay? This is about you taking the power back and recognizing that because you are a physical human being, you were made in the image of God, right? You were created as a creator. You get to use all the skills and your ability as a magician really to alter the energy. Even if you don't know how you do that, that's okay. So just continuing to breathe, whatever those energies are shifting. Linking that head, the heart, and the womb space, the pelvic space, through a bridge that runs along the middle pillar, your spinal column. Dirayishtanai soroyishton. Karayanairai, Kiraysuntaram. Dirayishtarai sarai. Just breathing as that energy is moving between those 3 points of your body. Just trusting the vibrations of the words spoken or for your highest good, and you get to receive what you want to receive and let go of what you don't want to receive. No water off my back. Shin sarayinte karayin taroyusta dindarayin the karoyusundre. Just noticing almost this like vortex spiraling energy starting at the base of your spine at the pelvic area and moving up and getting larger and larger, like kind of like a tornado vortex up past your crown. I'm seeing this in a golden light. So whatever works for you, however it's moving, the energy like literally drying up from like this limitless source at your base. moving up higher, even to the heavens, past the atmosphere of this earth. Now we're going to just ask those angels and those healing beings that want to support with cleansing these entities to start to move through your auric field, the 7 layers of your aura, from the very base physical, all the way up to the etheric level, through those 10 bodies, those 10 sephiroth of your physical body and your spiritual bodies, the 4 worlds. There's like so many layers of things happening. It's kind of like, bloop, bloop, bloop. Doesn't even matter. It's in an instant. It's just noticing what you notice. And we just call to any energies, entities, beings that are attached to these fields to make themselves known here now to you. Just scanning through, breathing, remembering that you are grounded and protected here in this container. So the main thing I'm picking up here, it's like the sensation of like orb energy, just like vroom, vroom, vroom. But what I'm tying this to is there's stuff just showing up is like you and your identification with power. Hiraya sarai shtite karayendo, karaya nai karayasi, darayashtara kundarambaka, I karayasi. So whatever this relationship is with power, just calling your guides, your teachers to show you the truth around what your power is, how you yield your power. As I'm sensing, for some of you, this power is like, it's just so powerful, potent, it gets overwhelming. It can be overwhelming for you. It's also overwhelming for the people around you. But again, like if you are here, you probably are someone that has this ability, and this is truly a gift. Okay, there's a reason you've been given it, the ability to be in your power, to be able to tap into things in this particular way, to read the room, to pick up on attachments yourself, or to work with the unseen world. And here are these guides, your ancestral line too, for some of you wants to like come through and just be like, oh my gosh, like just tap into this, tap into this. This is going to be so good for you on all the different levels of your being, but it's also importantly so good for humanity's evolution. So as those entities are just coming forward from those fields, those worlds, those layers of your body, your auric field, we just ask you now, I'm kind of like saying it's like a congregation almost, just like, because they come from like not just this lifetime, there's like other lifetimes too. Different contracts you've made, all these things now are going to be just kind of like null and void. Okay, null and void, so that you got to make a choice now moving forward. Who harayishtanai darayasantaroina karayishtata karusundei darayana karoyundato karayishtata nina. Breathing in as we ask these entities, who are you? The truth. Who were you before that? Truth. Will you remember, who were you before that? Truth. Who were you before that? Moving through all these fields, all these layers of you. Truth. Who are you? Who were you before that? Truth. Who were you before that? And truth. Who would you like to be in the future? And will you take all your hooks, attachments, all your magnetic imprinting, all your cords, all your energy, take it now and go. Good, bad, right, wrong, pod, poc, all 100, shorts, boys, povads, creations, bases, and beyonds. Taking a deep breath in. Noticing your body. Seeing a golden light just encircling you like an egg here. Your entire auric field, your entire body. Maybe still seeing that vortex of energy that's traveling up. Maybe it's changed color. Maybe it's gotten brighter. Maybe something else has changed. Whatever. Just noticing all of this, however you perceive, imagining this, because our minds create our reality. We're going to call to that energy of eagle, that love and compassion. Thank you, eagle. Just feeling even those the flapping of eagle's wings all along your auric field as it flies above your crown. Sending that love, that compassion, unconditional love and acceptance to you. Thank you, eagle. I'm feeling your roots again to the earth. Your feet planted. The support of that all-embracing mother. She holds you, no matter what situation you're finding yourself in. Feeling that love of the Father above, and the Mother below you. You, the child of the divine. Hirainai karayasirai standarain koronananamai kayasarai tirai standa kundurumagain kindarayasitki. And just letting that all go. Feeling your heart beating, breath moving through you. You just thank those angels, those energies present, ancestors, guides for your support in holding this container. May we trust that those insights, the guidance that shows up from this moment forward will be clear. That we will know the next steps and trust the next steps, how they show themselves step at a time. We just ask that any other energies that maybe were present but not worked on here, just settle, go from whence they came, that there will be other opportunities to do this work. For now, we're going to spend a good 7 days just in really integrating and embodying whatever showed up here. So we release you from whence you came. Recognizing you have the ability to do your office hours, we call it, business hours. You can tell these other entities what things showing up. Hey, you can't come at night. You have to come between 10 and 12 in the daytime if you want me to work on you, whatever that looks like for you. Anytime you notice something in your body, just be like, hey, is this an entity? Yes. Okay, you have to come back later and I can work on you. Or if you want to work on it, then do it. I say work on it. Just trust your intuition. Okay, you guys know. Come back. I'm going to probably do these regularly. There's just so much I feel like that can be of support. So just send those out. Thank you for archangels. Those archangels of the four corners just continue to be with us and protect us. East, west, south, north, above and below. Whew. Okay. Oh, okay. Thanks, everyone. I felt that Heather says. Yeah, oh my goodness, that ebbing energy was like, I don't even know if I completed the sentence around, that was like around power. 528, awareness, peace, reflection, gratitude. Hello, JJ squared. This lady is from the Atlantean times. Who's that? Or, yeah, oh, wonder what showed up for you. With that being said, if you're new here, you guys, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, right? I heard in a video the other day, I really liked it. It was like, when you comment, when you engage, it like helps the person sharing the energy, being in this spot of the camera, to really connect deeper. And that like really resonated, because otherwise it's just like going out into the ethers. There's so much flow and fluidness that can just, so your engagement really helps me to support you. And it also helps support others, because there's so many people out there that don't even know about this type of work, healing process, that this is maybe what's going on in their lives. And so by you communicating, engaging, subscribing, liking, sharing, like all this stuff helps others as well. That's like you doing your part that way. So I said 777 on the thing. Thank you, Babylon. With that, I offer all sorts of different things on this channel. Mondays, we do a live like card reading, and also I have the mystical, or what is it, Mystic Hotline Q&A. Maybe the next one will be at the end of the month about entities, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff happening with that. So you can join back then. I do like personal card pulls and collective card pulls, readings, intuitive messages. I just posted that next week we have in the Practicus membership energy healing and a teaching. We're going to be diving into dreams this month. It's been like, so maybe you've noticed your dreams are kind of getting like amping up. How I would describe my dreams lately is that they've been very like these short, like I want to say animations, but like shorts, like this scene, this scene, this scene, and it's just so vivid, and so they're so linked and connected. And what I hope to next week when we meet, I believe it's Thursday in the afternoon, it will be an energy healing and a teaching around how you can start to really utilize your dreams, and we'll activate the dream time, both sleeping and awake dream, as we call it in the shamanic sense, so that you can really just deepen your connection to your life and draw upon like a new sense of energy, the chi, right, that runs through us. There's like, it's such a beautiful practice working with your dreams. And I want to just share with you some ways you can do that, ways that have supported me, that I've learned over the years. And we'll see how deep it wants to go. Like there's like some definite like magical ways you can tap into the dream time to create the life of your dreams, to activate life the way you would like to see, and to heal the things and alchemize those parts of yourself that 3333 that want to be alchemized, okay, that want you to know something more about the magical workings of the universe. So that will be happening next Thursday. You can hit join the community membership, specifically for the Practicus members. And if you can't catch it live, you can catch the recording. We'll have a new moon ritual as well coming up here at the end of the month. So I'm excited for all the different things that are coming through, and trusting this process of the magic, which is our life. So you're welcome, Fatima. Thank you for being here. Thank you all for taking part, sharing, trusting that your presence here for however long or however little, how much you put in, it doesn't matter. It's all contributing in some way to this evolution of humanity. So I'm really grateful. And yeah, drink water, stay hydrated, journal about your experience, reflect, and just trust and see what else shows up. If you have any other questions, feel free to message me, tune into another live, or send me an email. I think it's on like my channel page. You can reach out by email. But yeah, May the magic continue for you. Bye, Heather. Bye, Golden Lily. Bye, everyone. Okay, take care.